Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations. This week, man, we got another hot one for you. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got some shout-outs.
Yo, what up? You know what time it is. Hey, shout out to Brian Bishop, man. I appreciate you, man. I know you one of the faithful listeners out there. Shout out to Bert. Shout out to everybody else who's been listening. Please forgive me for not knowing the individual names, but we love you, and we love the support that you have for us, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, listen, this week we're going to be talking about time. And how much time do you have? So strap in. Let the Kings talk about it. All right, good people. Welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And as I am every single week, you know what it is. I'm Alan.
Yeah, it's your boy Twine, a.k.a. Hey. Ask me about my podcast, man. You know what time it is. Let's go.
That was real on time. It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill. Go to work.
Zoe.
Yo, what up, though?
It's your topic, my guy.
All right, so let me get into this. How much time you got? That's the topic for today.
You talking about lifespan or you talking about time in general?
Time in general. Because a lot of people out there, they feel as if they can't accomplish and achieve things because they don't have enough time. So I just want to talk about it. Why? Why do you feel as if you don't have time?
But why they got to be a failure?
Who said it was a failure?
Oh, okay.
I ain't get to that yet.
Oh, Lord. Lord. All right.
So I have conversation. I had a conversation with someone, and they were talking about everything that I was doing because if you didn't know, there's a lot of things that I like to do, and I like to utilize my time as much as possible. Now, there are some days where I get distracted, and I feel as if I need a break from some of the stuff that I am trying to achieve and trying to do throughout the day. For example, I'm doing online courses to do get a certifications, a different type of thing. So you might catch me online doing something, studying or writing up an essay or whatever the case is, so I can get my certs. Also, we do the podcast. Also, I got a family to take care of. Also, I'm trying to also build a business and a brand as well. So there's a lot of things I'm doing throughout the day, and I'm gonna have a conversation, or people try to have conversations with me and say, hey, you got this, that, everything going on with you, but they say it in a negative, condescending way. So I'm asking, how much time you got? What are you doing? What are you doing? You enjoying life? That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying life. But are you achieving the things do you know where you going to? Do you enjoy the things that life are?
He on one this morning. He on one this morning.
Where are you going to?
Go get it off.
So I am, because I feel as if, now I don't like, I take the energy they give me, and it gives me the drive. It like gives me more drive to do what I'm doing even more. Because all right, I'm done.
Go ahead.
I just have a question.
Yeah, I was about to ask a question. Go ahead.
Who are these people?
It's them, they, and them.
But where are they at?
Who, them, and
Like,
them?
where they at though? Because don't nobody ask me these dumb
Well,
questions.
first of all, Alan,
don't nobody be asking me none of this at all. Like,
Go ahead.
maybe
Go
I ain't
ahead.
around enough people.
No.
Maybe that's what it is. I ain't around enough people.
That's
well,
what it
see,
is. You ain't-
with what you have going on, you don't have to be around people.
Right.
But you
so
know
you
what?
can isolate
You got-
yourself.
right.
But you know what?
We gotta deal with folks.
But see, here's the thing. I would say that. So this is one of the things I tell people at, and I probably shouldn't be this way, but I am. I tell people we at work, right? We not friends. Don't mistake nothing. Like, we work friends, but like, we not. I don't talk to you outside of here. I don't at all.
Why you say
I don't talk to you outside here, which means the Allen you know is the Allen I allow you to see.
That's another topic, but we'll get into that later.
Like you know the me I allow you to see. So like let's not pretend. So I probably just don't get into. Well, plus I don't know I guess my personality is different because if somebody has something to say, I don't. You know what? That's what it is.
But it sounds like he took it personally though.
Well, no, I get that. I would take it personally because I ain't come on your job
And kick the squeezy out your hand.
You know, looks like I ain't said nothing about what you got going on. That wasn't originally how I heard it, but I heard it from Martin Lawrence. So you know, but you know, so my thing is, look, I ain't said nothing about what you doing. Mm-hmm. How dareth thou say something about what I'm doing? And once you do, hey, I'm gonna come for you.
I don't mind.
Because matter of fact, I remember somebody said I just gotten started in Legal Shield, right? Uh-huh. And somebody had something to say, and I was like, "Well, what are you talking about? You work for the federal government. Your taxes pay your paycheck. How stupid is that? You got to pay taxes on the money that they paid you, that they got from your taxes. Mm-hmm. So why not just pay yourself?
Well,
that's what you're doing anyway." So that was the end of that conversation.
I can imagine.
But I was 22 when I said that, right?
So what did you say about this individual that
you want me to say
criticized you?
Want me to say something
for being so busy
and active? What'd you say?
That's not my business, so I don't ask those type of questions in that conversation. Because if I did say something back, at that point, I would have took it personal, but I don't take the conversation that we have personal.
Well, I mean, we're doing a podcast about it. So,
well, you got but so this is that's what I was
got a whole episode about it.
I'm just saying, like at the moment,
right?
I didn't really dive into it and thought. Okay. Like this is after the fact where I thought about it. Like, hey, wait a minute.
So what? Because I'm gonna share a similar story. Right?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna share a similar story.
Go ahead.
But all right, so I wrote a book in 2016 and got it published. Small book. I didn't push like sales or anything, right? But I did it for me. I did it for just the fact that I say I did it. You know what I mean?
Understood.
So, so-called friend at the time, because I believe you should update your friend zones. So this person reads my book. Yada yada yada, and they gave their critiques, which I always accept the critiques. But then you go negative, and you say, "This little boy, I can read this on the toilet. I ain't worried about this."
Oh wow!
Congratulations. What do you think you just did to the relationship?
Why would that? Why would you take his opinion and
this is why
that affect the relationship?
This is why, because if you know me, and we're on a certain level of friendship, and you know how I would say it this way: word sensitive I am, and you know how I take negativity, especially towards my creativity. I will remove you quickly. It's not a conversation. I don't keep people like that around. Now I take critique. Okay, you can do this better. Okay, cool, thank you. You can do this better. Change this up a little bit. Try this next time. Thank you. I appreciate that because that's constructive criticism, not negative. Tearing you down because you got to know the person and the tone and the conversation that went with it.
Right.
So I'm just giving you the cut dry version of from that day on. I keep a good distance of how I deal with that person, and that's what I do with most people. And once you go negative, especially when moments of accomplishment or success and stuff like that, once you go negative with me or you show me how you feel, like you said, some people get mad because you doing or achieving or accomplishing and do stuff like. Once you show me that, good. I just know not to deal with you.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
I do it.
So there are some people that are built that way,
right?
To just say things like that to try to push buttons.
Congratulations.
I realized that, and that's why at that moment when I have conversations like that, I already know where the conversation's going. Right. I know that this person is going to say something condescending because that's just the way they are.
Right.
I don't let that affect the work relationship. I don't let that affect anything else that's going on. But I know you're different than I am because I don't backhand people that talk like that.
I didn't. That's not a backhand moment. That's not a teaching moment. That's not a training moment.
Okay. I'm just saying.
That's a moment where I say, okay, you showed me your character.
Yeah.
I don't keep this character around me.
Okay. So.
Go ahead.
So how can you say that when you're in an environment where you have to be around that type of person?
That's the trick, because in a workplace environment, I just let all my boundaries kind of be clear of who when I was at this 3-digit place back in the day, I would.
What is that? What is that?
I don't want to say.
All right, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Moving on.
I would tell people, I would tell them, pay attention to how I greet you, because how I greet you will let you know the level of my relationship with you. Some people I would dap up and hug them, bring them in close. Some people I shake their hand straight.
Oh, you going?
And some people I would just look at them.
You going Deion Sanders?
I am. I'm like that.
They gonna try to come in like, hey,
hey, back up.
You don't
back up.
No,
we ain't like that.
We won't do that.
We don't like that.
I like it
because that helps. That helps me. That don't help other people. That helps me. Alan said it. We at work. I'm not your friend.
And and that don't mean that. Now I do want to clarify.
Now will be clarified. Y'all understand? Because I said that to somebody and they got offended. It was my boss. He got offended because I told him I want his friend, and he got mad and didn't rehire me when the contract got changed.
That's crazy.
That's Chuck.
That's crazy. I know we had a conversation.
Yeah,
about that.
He did.
I will.
Shout out to Chuck wherever you are. I hope you're listening. You bum.
I will let me clarify. Just because we are work friends doesn't mean that you can't become a friend. It just means we ain't right now. So that's because I do have doors. There's almost everywhere that I've been. There's generally one person that I keep in contact with after I leave there. So everywhere that I've gone, there's at least one or two people that I probably am still in contact with today from jobs I've had in the past or things I've been involved in the past.
Gotcha.
Well, I like to use 3:00. We talking about time. I always tell people, look at your phone after 3:00. If my name don't come up on it, that should let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, because I don't waste a lot of time with people that, one, we're not building anything. We don't have a strong relationship. We're not trying to improve anything or achieve anything. So I'm like that because, like you said, you're busy. You got things you're trying to achieve. So spending time and energy with people, one, that don't reciprocate, two, they're negative, they don't encourage, they don't have anything to pour into you, you can't pour into them.
Yeah. The
relationship isn't benefiting anybody. It's just taking. No, that I gotta let those kind of relationships go. And I may have hurt some people's feelings recently. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's a thing. You really have to watch your time. Watch the energy you spend with people, because you need that to accomplish what you're trying to do.
Speaking of time, let's talk about some time stealers out there. All right?
Time stealers.
What?
Anything.
Okay.
Anything? No.
No. It depends on who you ask.
No.
See,
go ahead. Here
is the problem, right? So look, because depends on who you ask. Because what is a time stealer for you depends on your priorities.
Okay.
Because and the reason, and I'm gonna talk about this again when we get to like 3 or 4 more notches down, but anything that is not productive, that is not moving you towards whatever your priority list says it should be moving you towards, is a time stealer. So like when we talk about, because I know we got TikTok on here.
We do.
We got TV on here.
Those are the
but
biggest
it ain't even just TikTok. Add all social media. If you are not on there promoting what you are doing, then at that point, in terms of achievement, it is leisure time, right? And some people would call that a time stealer if you are just having leisure time on the platform. Now, if you are, which is why I like to post when I need to post using a third party. I can put everything in a third party and then automatically post most of the time. For some reason, it don't post to Instagram automatically no more, but that's another story. So that I don't get caught in the incredible heavy thumb action.
So, question: how long does it take to create content for social media?
It takes a while, honestly. It depends on what you need to create. So if you need to create everything from scratch, meaning you got to put the graphics on something, you got to if I had to put graphics on, put the video on, add sound, you talking even for one, it might take you 20 minutes to do a 1 minute clip.
Now, having said that, well, because I'm thinking about me again. I'm thinking about how I live. Yeah. I schedule time on working, so I put that into I spend an hour of time doing this.
Calvin, you're the type that would have a schedule to have a conversation.
Schedule, yeah.
Hey, Calvin, what you doing? Can I talk to you? And then your response is, let me check my calendar.
Yes.
Facts.
I don't know. I don't know what y'all. I won't know what people want me to do. I don't understand because again, if I'm spending energy engaging you, this better be important.
I got a question on that, just because. So, are your siblings the same way? I only ask because I know somebody else who's like that.
I think my sister. I think Lexus. No, Lexus is kind of cavalier about her. I don't know. I think Lexus should be because of her business.
So let me ask this question then.
No. He just don't.
Because I know that in terms of scheduling everything, that I know that your father does the same thing.
Yeah.
Does your mother do that?
No, she.
So do you think that Alexis might be more like?
No, Alexis is the oddball out of all us because she has the charisma and the social air about her, but she's condescending.
Really?
What?
Who is?
Okay.
Your sister? What do you mean?
Moving on.
Okay, yeah, that ain't okay.
Moving on.
Hey, but she's a business. She's very intelligent, and she has a business mind. Like she don't like when I tell her this. She acts like my daddy. She is him, and she don't know it. She don't know it.
But we say the same thing about.
Okay.
She no on 1,000. On 1,000, I ain't on 1,000. I'm a milder version. Version.
You on? I'm on 85.
Yeah. Because I got a lot of my mama. My mama. Listen, the reason I deal with people the way I do is because of my mama. The reason I care and take in consideration people is because of my mama. And I do take in consideration. Let me ask you why. Let me tell you why. Since you made that face.
I didn't say anything, sir.
Let me tell you why. I know.
You know what? My facial expressions, see the way they work, the way they had it. Okay, all right.
Clear it up.
All right. And then we can get back on
If
topic.
I didn't consider people, I would go live in the woods. I would just pack everybody up and leave. I consider my wife, I consider my family, I consider a lot of other people that I know. If I didn't, I would go live in the woods like my great granddaddy, man. If I didn't care about people, I would, because these people are strange or weird.
Gotcha.
All right. Anyway, moving on back to
time. Okay, it's in regards to time stealing, time stealers.
Time stealers.
There are a few distractions that I have. However, I use them to get like a mental break. If that makes sense.
No, that's fine. I didn't say
no.
That's good. Yeah,
I'm just saying
that's
because
good.
sometimes I get so involved in stuff, my brain just I can't even focus at times. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me take a break from this. Like when I'm doing the online study on whatever, or even when I'm doing a Rubik's Cube to keep my mind sharp. It's just like I can't even focus. It's an algorithm.
Yeah, I know. But I can never solve it. I just but it's just like the first Super Mario. I ain't never beat that. I beat all the
I don't
rest
think
of
I
them,
ever did either. I
but
didn't
I never
have.
beat that one.
I've never gotten to the end. And
First one.
Is there an end to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
I never knew. I never knew.
But I beat all the rest of them after that. I ain't never beat the first one. But I would say, so here's one thing I would say. When we talk about time stealers, because we know most people are doing the things that they are doing on their mobile device, there are ways, if you're trying to
Cut back on
steal
it?
some of that time back or gain some of that time back, there are certainly ways that you can. I mean, I know at least they both should have it. I don't know if Samsung has it, or I know Google has it, where you can monitor, where the phone will monitor how much you use
Screen
it.
time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you can
break it down,
and
right?
break it down and tell you last week you spent this many hours per day on your device. Right. Now it's a little, if you have stuff that keeps your screen on all the time, then it can get a little odd. So then you got to go in and actually look at how much time did I spend in each app.
That's a great. I'm gonna look that up now while y'all talking.
You know what's there?
But
I knew about it, but I never really paid attention to it.
But see, that's not an issue for me because I don't use my the downtime, the unwind time.
Right.
Yeah, I'll play a game on my phone.
I got rid of all my games.
I will do that.
I have moments like that where I will delete everything because I feel like it's just too much of a distraction. So I will go and delete like most of the things that I like, the games that I do play, and then I give myself a month or two, maybe even a couple days, maybe 30 days, and then I'll maybe
the only one
re-download stuff like that.
cut off was the notifications. I don't delete anything.
I turn
cut
all my
off the
notifications off.
notification.
Well,
Because that draw my attention back to.
I mean, that's what they designed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why I cut it off, so I don't.
And that what I did to do that is now obviously these are things you can do in a first world country, and when you aren't at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because what I got an Apple Watch, and what it allows, I only essentially have important notifications come to the watch, so that I'm not checking my phone all the time. I don't have a reason to check my phone if my watch doesn't alert me to something, because I only have messages. I have like Shopify will also send me notifications because it's important to know when you have orders, right? But I have important notifications coming to the watch so that I don't have to spend a lot of time checking stuff on my phone.
I got a problem. I just check my screen time, and I got to cut back on some things, bro.
What it say?
I ain't saying on air.
All right. What it say?
How many
hours did it say?
Oh my God, too many hours, man.
Good.
Too many hours.
Good.
So if you out there listening and you feel as if, go ahead.
Nope.
And you're feeling like your time is slipping away and you can't accomplish a lot of things that you want to accomplish within a day, I would suggest looking at your little screen time feature on your phone to see where your time is going.
I'm gonna add on to that. Go ahead.
And the other thing is here's the thing. It's only if it's important to you. If you feel like it's all cool, then it's all cool.
True.
It's just if you know that you have things that you want to do, need to do, then you need to start being aware of places that are stealing time from you and you don't even realize it, because it's really easy. I mean, I generally realize it. Like if you get stuck into a heavy thumb scroll on your phone, I know that I'm stuck in a heavy thumb scroll. And then I'm looking at the time. Okay, I got this much time left that I could sit in this thumb scroll. And sometimes it depends on what it is. Like I'm one of those people that even when if I'm on any computer, I'm probably going to have 20 tabs open because I'm doing this. And I probably, I got a little timer because I know I need to focus more.
Yeah.
But I've always been that way. I've always been a bounce from one activity to the other, and it hasn't been terrible. But there are times where you are going to need to just focus on one thing.
Can I say something real quick? Oh, you got thought?
Go ahead.
So, through personal experience, y'all know how people used to go to they have the newspaper or magazine in the hand, they headed to the restroom.
Yeah.
My phone is that. So I have to
Get a Kindle.
Get a what?
Kindle.
Okay, cool. So with that being
book
said,
reader. You can actually do what people used to do.
yeah, that's true. So that for me, I know the bathroom session can become a little bit longer because I'm scrolling or reading doing whatever I'm doing.
If
Playing a game,
if
whatever.
your legs are numb, you've been there too long.
But what do you do when your legs no longer go numb anymore because they're used to it?
They still doing that.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I do take I take my phone to the bathroom and play games, but after that, that's it.
Yeah.
And in some respects, I especially in for a lot of people, that might be the only place they get some peace and solitude.
That's sad.
That is true.
Because you have all these other people and things vying for your energy and your affections and everything else, and you might just be like, "Ooh, I just need some time."
Some people are just draining, and it's a little time to break to get away. I know somebody that will take.
So then the question is that important time? Because does that allow you to be when you step out of the mountain of solitude? Does it then allow you to be a better person?
It's called recharging for those introverts.
You should schedule some time for recreate for
break
your
down
own
break down your
recreation.
8 hour 24-hour day. Here you go. This is where it gets interesting.
Work, gym, family.
Break it down in the time.
Yeah.
From what time to what time are you up, going to work, traveling, doing XYZ? Because that shows you where you have time and how you spend your time. Because I honestly don't have time to play games on my phone unless I'm in the bathroom. So how much time am I really spending in the bathroom? I don't have time.
I don't know how much time.
No, right. But that's the point. I don't have time.
Are your feet numb when you get up?
I do what I do and then come out.
I'm just joking.
But my day, from the minute, especially when I get off work, after I spent these 9 hours at this place I don't want to be, I'm not going to waste my time.
Let me clarify something, okay? As far as time in the bathroom thing, I got to be clear with some folks out here in these streets. First of all, I have a condition, okay, where I don't feel like if I go to the restroom, I want to go to the restroom one time, all right? I don't want to keep going back and forth. Back and forth.
So you sitting there like 3
I know,
hours?
right? That's what I said.
No,
Like you get it all done in one day.
Maybe 20 minutes.
Oh my God,
Maybe 20
that's
minutes.
a long time, man.
Look,
To the extreme.
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then the rest of that time is spent on the phone. Moving on.
Man. So I think when we talk about breaking down time,
Oh, man, I'm having fun. Let's go.
it's one of those. So you have to determine how much time, because I think most people actually spend far more time work and work adjacent than they realize. And what I mean by work adjacent is essentially from the time your alarm goes off in the morning, if you don't do anything else before you go to work, from the time that alarm goes off to the time you get back home, if you don't do anything else after work, is all work time. That's all time they own. Yeah, it is. Because otherwise, because the only thing you did was get up to go to work.
No, negative. That's the problem. Well, you're right. I'm not. No, let me clarify that. You're right.
Now you could use that
You're
time
right.
in the car to listen to something.
But
like a
that's what I'm
podcast.
saying.
You
That's
can
what
listen
I'm
to the
saying.
Kingly Conversation
That's what I'm
podcast on the
saying.
way to work.
If you okay, a typical day, if you didn't have to go to work, and what time do you wake up? I wake up around the same time every day,
Around
and
the
I
same
have a
time.
routine.
Yes.
I have a routine when I wake up.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm like that.
I know what.
It's your biological clock, bro.
But
you said it.
If
Schedule.
you don't allocate things to do during these times of day, like you said, when you wake up, you just waking up to go to work. You know how much time it's going to take you to get dressed, brush your teeth, wash your butt, get in the car, and drive
Get
to
out,
work.
yeah, get
so
on the
so
road.
you are saying that 30 minutes to an hour is dead time?
Dead time or theirs. You already getting, depending on where
I'm
you were,
sorry,
you getting
and
anxious about that.
I don't believe in dead time. I just don't believe it. I understand what you're saying. I don't believe in
So that
dead
works.
time.
And you shouldn't, but I understand, because like I don't believe in sole source income,
Yeah, I don't.
but the vast majority of people do.
Well, that's their business.
I know it.
That is true.
Like when I say now, we ain't talking about this right now, but when I say it, I mean I don't care what the source is. I just don't believe in sole source income.
So break it down.
You break
So
down
you
your
said
8
break
hours.
down.
Break down your 8 hours. So 8 hours, about nine. I just use 8, 8, and 8.
It makes it easier. It makes
Yeah,
the
it
math
makes it
easier.
But I know 9 hours is dedicated to work.
Right. Generally. Yeah, unless you
Then
get to a
that
long
leaves me.
commute. But
That leaves me with 7.
Yeah.
That leaves me with 7 hours to do what I want to do before I have to go to bed to get my 8 hours of sleep, which I don't. I only get 6.
you track
So
it?
Lucky.
Do you track your sleep?
I don't track my sleep because I know I go. I have.
You just track
That's
what time you
scheduled.
go to
I go to bed at a certain time and I wake up at a certain time. Get out the bed at a certain time.
Got it.
So leave work. It takes me 32 minutes to get to the gym.
Which one are you going 32 minutes to get to the gym?
Yeah.
What?
From
the time you wake up?
No,
From the base. That's
Yeah,
right.
to the
Because you
gym.
go in the afternoon. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. But it changes when I'm on nights. But yeah, it take me 32 minutes. I go to the gym until 4:15 to 4:30. That 15 minute of dead time, as Alan like to call it,
Right.
Yeah.
is really not dead. It's just variation of what I'm doing. Get back home, straighten up, shower, get in the office. I'm in the office by 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I work until about 7:30 if I don't have any meetings or anything to do. After that, spend time with the wife and kids. 10 o'clock, shut it down. Wife time, go to sleep.
Got it.
And repeat.
Wash, rinse, and repeat.
That's Monday through Friday. No questions asked. Don't ask me to do nothing different. Cause I know.
I know.
Did you schedule it? Did you ask me? I had, and I'm sorry, and I apologize to James. I love you, man. James over in Kuwait. He came home and he made a quick trip home, and I wanted to see him, but I got a problem. Cause you didn't tell me. And I know it sounds bad, man.
Wait a minute.
No. Well, here's the thing.
I'm sorry, man. I love you, dude.
I guess everybody, because like if I didn't know in advance that you were going to be in my town, I'm not like if I travel to, I don't know, Charlotte or something, and I didn't tell somebody that I was going to be there in advance so that we could plan to get together.
Right.
I'm not upset at you because you were living your life. Because like I just blew into town on a whim and then I'm out. Now I can say if I was there a month and we didn't see each other, that'd be another story. But if I'm here, if I'm in town 48 hours, 72 hours, or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm not personally. Now everybody's got their own thing, but personally, I'm not upset.
Well, personally, I believe that people make time for what they want.
And that's true.
So regardless if you got a schedule or not, you didn't want to do it.
Well, listen to me.
No, that might not
Listen
be.
to me. Because my thing is, I'm such a routine and disciplined person about my time.
I'm
I'm
listening.
asking you, if you know me, to consider me and just let me know 2 weeks ahead of time.
2 weeks?
3 then. What you need? People at my job asked me today, like no joke, they gave me a calendar for April 1st. We gonna get together April 1st. Thank you. I appreciate that. You understand. That lets me know you value my relationship with you.
I must not value a relationship because I'll call you on the whim like, Cal, what you doing?
Right.
We need to do this right now.
Okay,
Let's go.
Okay, now let me clarify this.
I'm listening.
I have friends, acquaintances, and associates. based on the level of my relationship with you.
That goes back to your original.
Yes.
What time of day if you don't see my phone
based
number?
on the
I
level
got
of
you.
relationship, I will not extend myself beyond a certain point with you. Now, if you are one of these few people, and I promise you, it's very few that can call my phone and say, "Hey, I need you to come now."
Got you. Okay.
I can count on 2 fingers how many people that is.
2 fingers, not 2 hands.
Thanks.
All right, cool. So with that being said, let's talk about these numbers and let's go ahead and start wrapping this
All
up,
right, yeah,
B.
wrap it up, man.
So I see it says 24 hours a day.
We did that.
How many seconds? You already did
Breakdown.
seconds?
We did the breakdown.
No, we did
We
the
did
8
seconds.
and 8.
I mean,
Man, if y'all getting down to
Let's
seconds,
educate.
no.
Let's educate these folks out here.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the gist of it is the 86,400 comes from. I'm not going to give you the story because we don't have that kind of time right now.
Okay.
But it's every day you have 86,400 seconds that you are able to use. How you use those 86,400 seconds is going to determine ultimately how life works out at the end of the day. So it just depends on it's really there to understand that I will get it. So it's really there to understand that every one of these things that you're doing matters. They may not all matter equally. They may not all matter the same to everybody, but all of these different seconds matter because you could have taken 30, 40 seconds, 50 seconds to say something good to somebody that could have changed everything about that person's day. You could have said, you could have took 30, 40 seconds to beat somebody down and change that person's entire day.
Or slap somebody to correct them or train them. I'm sorry.
And hopefully, depending on what somebody's trying to do with their life, you hopefully get 30 to 50 years of adult living to get that right.
All right. I like it.
Everybody doesn't. I mean, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So we take it as a guarantee, but the only guarantee is ain't nothing guaranteed.
That is a guarantee.
We got one more left.
What's that? Oh, no, I'm going to save that one for last. That's me.
That's
I
it.
like
That's
that
last.
one.
That's your okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm going to close out with that one. Yeah. Same energy player.
I guess I'm going to cue this music. Well, you go ahead. You can close us out then, Twine.
I'll tell you what. All right.
They probably don't even hear you say it, so go ahead.
What you say?
They probably won't even hear you say it. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm going to let them know. I need to check out this last episode. I got a special treat for you. Jesus. It's like
something just for you.
Well, in closing, as far as how much time you got, man, but that goes into people and wanting to do more. So I'm going to say it anyway. When it comes to time and you're not achieving what you need to achieve, I don't want to hear no excuses, you bum. How about that? Get out there and do something with your life, man. Stop worrying about me and what I'm doing. How much time you got? Stop worrying about my time. Stop trying to clock me. You know what I mean? You know what time to pah. You know what time it is. Special treat just for you.
Man. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Did.
Yeah. Yo, bum. You bum.